I want to know down in the comments, where are you from? What country you're from? What state are you from? I would really love to know whether you're watching this live or whether you are watching the replay. Here's what I've got for you today. Do not teach your children to be nice, because nice people don't have boundaries. Being nice is like the A-grade tactic of a people pleaser. It's so incongruent and so unauthentic. And what it does is it teaches our children that to be agreeable. It starts installing the belief in them that they are only of any value when they are doing something nice for somebody else, okay? And that then sets them up for a life of dishonor where they betray themselves, go too far in self-sacrifice. And we all know that people pleasers are the most unhappy people on the planet. So let's not teach our children to be nice. Instead, let's teach them how to be kind. Kind people, on the other hand, know how to respect other people without disrespecting themselves. They're able to give to other people without emptying their own cup. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to do in order to teach your child how to be kind rather than be nice, so that you set them up for an empowered, conscious, authentic life where they can live, full of self-love and self-worth and self-esteem, and not try to access those things just by doing things for other people, because that destroys us on the inside. So here's number one. Number one, respect your child's no. Respect their boundaries. You show me an adult that can't say no, and I'll show you a child that was never given the chance to say no or never had their no respected. For example, no, mummy can't have a hug right now. Okay, no, you don't want to eat that? No worries. No, you don't want to share your toys right now? No problem. You don't have to share because that is yours. Okay, so allow them to have boundaries, allow them to say no, and you respect their no. Every single time you respect them, they learn that this is how the world responds to me. They learn that if I have boundaries, the world responds to my boundaries, because to them, you are the world. Number 2, be an example. Make sure you are firm in your no. Set your strong boundaries. When you say no, say no. Don't be agreeable to them, okay? You show me an adult that can't set boundaries, and I'll show you a child that never had the chance to say no, never had the chance to have that respected, and never had an example in their life of what it is to be able to accept the word no. Now, here's the thing with the word no. We don't want them to build an association that no equals rejection, okay? So many adults can't handle the word no because they associate it with personal rejection. And that's because when they were told no, every time they were told no, they had a negative experience, and it was reflected on them as though they were bad and they were wrong, because normally no is delivered through anger and frustration, like no, and how dare you, and no, stop asking, and don't you ask again. And so when we give them a no with aggression and with anger and frustration, the subconscious message they receive is, oh, I don't like no. No is something I've done wrong. I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have requested for that. And so we actually experience it as a personal rejection, which is why as adults, we don't like the word no, and we can't handle rejection. So use the word no firmly, but it doesn't have to come with aggression. It's like, no, my answer is no. I am not agreeable. When I say no, I mean no. This is my boundary. No, you are crossing my boundaries right now. But I don't need to say, you are crossing my boundaries right now. Let them have, oh, okay, this isn't even about you. You're not being rejected. This is about me. I've just got a boundary. I have the boundary. This isn't about you doing something wrong. I'm just saying no. Okay. And then number 3, teach them, remind them every single day about their inherent value, their intrinsic worth, that their worth is not derived by what they do for others, but it is just there because of who it is they are. So how you do this is, for example, and you just say to your child, gosh, I love you. I'm so glad you chose me as your mum. Sometimes I look at you and I'm just like, she's my girl. You are just incredible. And if they say, why? There's no reason, just because you're you. That's it. Be careful not to only be acknowledging your child when they do, oh, thank you for doing that, darling. That was so lovely of you. Or that really helped me. I'm not saying don't ever do that. But if that's the only thing you do, recognize them when they clean something up, or when they do something, or when they listen to you, or when they respond to you, then they are building a belief system, and you're giving them the evidence that my worth is held in what I do for others, rather than just because I'm here. My worth is infinite. So here's the acronym for teaching your child to be kind and not nice. K-I-N-D. This is what you teach your children. K, know your boundaries. I, teach them about their intrinsic value, their inherent worth. N, nice isn't necessary. You don't need to be nice. You need to be kind, okay? And that leads us to D, deeds without dishonor. Teach our children, hey, it's good to do things for other people so long as you don't have to dishonor yourself in order to do that deed. Deeds are good, but not when they come at the price of dishonor. So let's go forward, guys, and let's teach our children to be kind and not nice. Now, I'm running a webinar coming up soon. If you haven't already heard, here's the deal. If you're watching this live, you will get first dibs. We're going to do like an hour of content like this, teaching you all these little things that make the biggest differences and create the biggest shifts and transformations in your parenting and in raising an empowered child. And if ever we need to raise empowered children, it is right now, when we are being stripped of many of our human rights and things like that. So we need our children to know who they are, because otherwise the world creates what they want of them if we don't create what we want of them. So make sure you comment down below the word. I want you to do a hashtag webinar, because when that webinar is announced, there's only going to be 48 hours before it's on, and you're only going to have around about 6 hours to register before we put it out publicly. Anyone who has watched these lives is going to get first dibs. We are going to come back to all these comments. We are going to send you the webinar link so that you've got a chance to register before we put it out publicly, because the lines will be limited, somewhere between 50 and 100, and we have over 100,000 followers. So if you want to be on that completely free webinar, hashtag webinar down below, you will get that. You will get the link for that sometime in the next week or two. Okay, we will not forget you. Now, if you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, all of these lives are making sense to me, it resonates, it hits home, gosh, that makes so much sense, do not even wait for the webinar. If you're ready to put your hand up and go, hey, I want to be a more conscious parent, how do I learn all of this? This is why I put together an online program that is affordable for everybody, that you can do no matter how busy you are. And you get over 50 videos on all different areas of parenting, from love languages to self-esteem to conscious discipline to how to talk to your child differently to resilience, adaptability, emotional well-being and trauma, all of that. So if you don't want to wait, if you want to take a step forward in your conscious parenting right now, comment down below #online program, write the word online program, because what we are offering right now is free parenting support calls so that we can hear what challenges are going on in your family and help support you the best we can and point you in the right direction to be able to improve everything that's happening in your family. So if you don't want to wait, it's completely free right now. Somebody from my team will reach out to you so that you can book a free parenting support call, hear about the online program, and get started on becoming a more conscious parent. As I always say, this kind of parenting takes courage, okay? It takes courage to do things differently. It takes courage to break the cycle of being nice and having to diminish yourself and be a people pleaser, in order to actually put yourself first and learn about self-honor. So as you depart from here today, if there is anything I would love for every parent to take with them, it would be more courage, okay? The courage to believe in a better way, the courage to voice what you've got to say, the courage to thrive when times are tough, and above all else, the courage to know you are good enough. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Thank you, Tamika. I see you there. Awesome. Hey, Annie. Hey, Serena.